G'day, Groovers. I can't get the song Bass. How low can you go out of my head? So, like most of the time when I go live on YouTube, it's because something is bugging me and I want to talk about it. And the best way to talk about stuff is a bit of drive therapy or beach therapy. So let's do both. We won't be beach therapying. It's pretty rainy day today, which is awesome because my water tank was getting very low, ironically, but not as low as the YouTubes can go. Holy fuck, guys. Wow. That was like a whole four of you just all at the same time. Bang. Hi, Michelle P. Hi, Em Marie. Hi, Tawny C. Oh, Gregory Lawler. You don't rhyme. Hi, Anne Marie. Gregory. Well, I suppose you do. Stop it. Stop it right now. I like your name. That's what I want to say. Hi. Stop it. Stop it right now. Who is, I don't know you, but you know my name is Tori. I suppose, well, it's on the screen, so it's probably no mystery what my name is. Seriously, YouTube. No. Unlike countries where one resident goes completely fucking batshit crazy and commits horrific crimes, people go, the world has gone crazy. No, I'm not going to blame YouTube. Aussie Trisha in disguise. I love your name, girl. Stop it. Stop it now. We do have mosquitoes, Tawny C, but really only in summer. It's the end of winter. Hello, Emily. How are you doing, gorgeous? How's your part of the island? It's the end of winter here, Tawny C, heading into some spring. I've just going to turn my Bluetooth off because that does actually affect my audio for you guys. So we're having some drive therapy. Thingamajig. You must have, oh, hey, come on now, get the cleaning done quicker. That's what I say about, I put people on I don't like to make me clean quicker. Is that your plan, thingamajig? Why didn't that car go? Some people just don't know how to drive around roundabouts. They just sit there going, oh, fuck, I can't remember who I'm meant to give way to. So they're still sitting there. Oh, look, guys, a rainbow. Pretty, pretty. Don't forget, Groovers, oh, is it cold? Yeah, it's only 10 degrees down here, but the sun's out and there's a rainbow to the right of your panoramic screen. Don't forget, guys, to yell at me in capitals. I can't watch chat much when I'm driving, but yeah, caps and short sentences. But we'll pull over and have a bit of a chitty chat when we get down the other end. When we get down to my neighbourhood, I'll pull over. Because I'm sorry, YouTube communities that we all once frolicked in, but I'm over finding out what horrible, shitty thing is going to happen next. It's seriously got to a point where I feel like spanking a lot of bottoms. Honestly, and well, no, to be honest, I'd do a lot worse to them if I could. I don't give a flying fuck who you love on YouTube and who you don't like. I've always enjoyed people who entertain me, and I've got to be honest, over half of them are not people I would ever hang out with in my real life. But if they entertain me, if they make me laugh, if they provoke some new thinking, if they do kooky shit, if they're creative, I'll tune in. I'm on YouTube to be entertained. But here we are once again with another CPS call. And I believe that Laura did have another CPS call because while she may claim to have numerous talents, voiceover artist isn't one of them. That was definitely not her on the recording that she played in the live of hers. I was listening to it this morning while I was doing my morning shit. I mean, not my literally. I was listening to her this morning while I was doing a poo. No, I wasn't literally doing a morning shit. Hi, Skyzy. I wasn't listening to her when I was doing a poo. But while I was, making breakfast and all of that sort of shit. And she's had another CPS call. Now, look, it wouldn't matter, Aussie Trisha, renamed, but I like your other name. Stop it. Stop it now. I like this name too, Aussie Trisha. Did you guys see the rainbow? That's the rainbow of hope. Although, really, how's everyone feeling with this, the communities where we all met and the demise of them? Does anyone have any hope that they will somehow... Stacey Marie, hello. Joe Marjorie, did you walk in right when I said I was doing my morning shit? I mean, like the shit you do in the morning, like make your breakfast, get dressed, do your makeup, do your hair. I said I was listening to Laura. I was doing my morning shit. Not literally. Shit around the house, like things to do shit, not poop shit. Oh my God. But I'm beyond giving a fuck who likes who doesn't like who. You, all of you fuckers, seriously. It's YouTube. Like, wow, you don't like someone. Okay, we got it. Move on. No, but another CPS call. It doesn't matter who the recipient was, although the fact that it's someone who's already had two, one of them that was absolutely fucking disgusting. I don't care whether you like her or not. This is fucked up. And I'm sick of being peace, love and happiness Tory. Whoever fucking did that, whether it's one person or a little gang of you, you guys fucking suck. You suck big time. You suck more than my literal morning shit. I'm sorry, but fuck all of you. Fuck all of you. My word choices are never good, Gregory Lawler. No one should ever go real life ever. I agree. And it doesn't matter who the fuck you are or what side you're on or what community you've come from or who you like or who you hate. It doesn't fucking matter. You people are fucking awful and fuck the lot of you. Fuck the lot of you. Now, we've all watched shit go down on YouTube for some of us for over 3 years now. Communities, none of you have got a clean slate or a blemish-free record. You've all done shitty, fucked up shit. I wish I could read your comment thingamajig. You're giving an update on your cleaning. Once you finish your house, dolls, go and clean up YouTube. Fuck me dead. You're about to go on strike. That's all I can say at the moment. I will pull over so we can have a chat. We're going to go to Sandy Point, offload some stuff, then we'll head over to the beach and see what the surf is like, and we'll throw all of our woes and cares and worries out into the fucking ocean and they can all float away. I'm angry. Moonchild Pink, hello. Welcome to Angry Tory. Life perplexed. Who, probably even by her own admission, can be a big mouth and say some pretty low shit. In fact, she does admit that. And she does say some really fucking low shit. But she's just had her third CPS call. And I'm a stupid optimist and idealist. I live in hope that people will bloom and grow and advance and progress and evolve and become better people. But the captivating world of YouTube is all about watching the decline of people. But this is another fucking low. And seriously, I don't care who you support, which community you're from, who you like, who you don't like, whoever is responsible for calling CPS on her for a third fucking time, nothing has happened to you on YouTube that warranted that. Nothing. Yeah, I'm on a, well, you'd know exactly where I am, probably thingamajig, but hopefully it'll come back. It is a rainy day too, so our reception's always a little bit shitty because the mountain is shrouded in cloud. I can't do anything about it. Hopefully when we get down to Sandy Point it'll be better. If not, I'll go around to the surf beach. If not, I'll go live later while I'm roasting a chicken and I'll get my anger out shoving my butter and herb mix up the clacker. Actually, I don't. I put the butter and herbs under the skin. I put lemons in the clacker. It is fucking awful. It is fucking awful. And I don't give a flying fuck why that person feels it was warranted. Whatever happened to the saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me? People talk shit on YouTube all the time. People say fucked up things all the time. They're just words. I'm nowhere near the mountain, Gregory, but one day, I've been in town actually. I've got news, but I'm not going to share it with anyone till next week. I'm clear your end, Aussie Trisha? So it sounds like it's thingamajig shitty reception. But yeah, I can't fucking believe it. And I don't know which CPS call or even whose it was. It may have even been, actually, I don't know of other I know of swattings, but even with the swattings, like back in the day when Makeup Mobster was swatted, fancy taking precious, limited resources away from people who might actually need them. My ex, Ben, who I've not really talked about much on YouTube because I do keep a lot of my life private, worked for CPS in Australia. He studied his ass off and did a master's and all sorts of shit to essentially do a job where he got paid very fucking little. But it was a critical job and their resources were stretched and there were more children needing their help than they could give. And it was an incredibly stressful job for him. He's still doing it though, because he's an amazing human being. And despite all of the horrible things that he had to witness and hear about and do, he remained dedicated to the children that he was employed to protect. He saw and heard the most horrific things imaginable, but he continued through that job to protect the kids that he was employed to protect. Do you know what would have broken him? Not all that stuff that he saw and heard every day. Some fuckwit wasting his time while some other child that could have been helped was being abused. That is what would have broken him. But you know what? In the 4.5 years we were together, not once did he ever talk about someone making a fake call and wasting their time and taking it away from, hang on, I just got a potential fraud call. Sorry, I just got a potential fraud call, so I just blocked them. They do make it dangerous when they go real life, and they also take away from the people who need those services. The swattings, taking cops away from important police work, CPS. Ben could put up with so much in his job, and they train them with coping strategies. They've got psychologists and counsellors on hand to help them get to work every day. But what would have broken Ben, knowing how understaffed they were and how much pressure they were under, was some fuckwit on YouTube making a call that took him away from a child that actually needed help. So whoever made that call is a piece of shit. And whoever, if there's a group of people who know about it and nobody's saying anything about it, you guys are pieces of shit too. I wonder what happened to Makeup Mobster, Beth. That's why. Okay, interesting. I don't blame her. She has the luxury, though, of not relying on her YouTube earnings. Laura doesn't. And there's plenty of other people, I'm sure, on YouTube, on all sides, who rely on the income they get from YouTube. Yeah, it blows my mind, Aussie Trisha. I listened back to a live of mine the other day, the one that I did with Aussie as fuck, and I'm every second sentence I'm like, it blows my mind. I've got to stop saying it. But this does blow my mind. Like I was saying before, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Nobody that seems to be behind these calls has had anything done to them that warrants this sort of bullshit. And it's fucked up. I mean, all of those channels that I used to switch into or tune into for entertainment or just to see what was going on, I unsubscribed to so many of them. Most of them still pop up in my notifications though, or they come up as a live, or I get a message saying this has happened. And I can't believe how crazy Laura was about it. I would have been fucking fuming. Look, back in the day, we all did, Beth. I came onto YouTube. My channel name was my full name. People have managed to find so much information out about other YouTubers. It blows my mind. Australia, the privacy laws are so strict. It'd be incredibly hard to find a lot of people unless they were literally on YouTube with their full name, which I used to be. But I don't care. I've been in the public eye most of my life, so I'm out there. There's nothing I can really protect. You didn't know she'd had another CPS Makeup Mobster or Laura? Because, yeah, Laura's now had her third one. Aussie Trisha, I used to watch one girl. She's had it done 3 times with CPS plus twice the cops. It fucking annoys me. Like, if you want to turn your microphone on YouTube and bitch about another creator and say how much you don't like them, blah, go for it. But this kind of shit, and to not even, like, especially with what's happening in the States at the moment with COVID as well, like getting emergency services and departments like CPS, I mean, CPS obviously with COVID, not so important that they're like first responders, but seriously, like there are people that desperately need emergency services to be available right now. And CPS is probably going to a lot of homes where parents are both hospitalised with COVID and there's no other option for where they can be, like for the kids. CPS would put them into foster care, presumably. Like, it's not fucking with law, it's fucking with a shitload of children that need that service to be available for them. Had my daughter's ex's mother called CPS 11 times in 7 months. Mm. Full emergency response, 6 of those occasions. Armed police raiding us. Well, fuck me dead. Gregory is in Australia, for those of you who don't know, but that's not that it's fucking any different. It's not. It's horrible, but it's not a YouTuber doing it. Just so people know that when CPS get involved in Australia, it's usually one of the parents that's calling, or some well-meaning, and I'm using that term incredibly loosely and in inverted commas, person thinking that they're helping, or they're doing it to be a dick. I heard another stream today. She gave her YouTube channel to her son's school, and if they watched, I don't know anything about that. She didn't give her YouTube to a kid's school. That's just the problem with YouTube too. Like, at the end of the fucking day, exactly, Beth, and that's the thing. Like, there's plenty of people that don't like her. I mean, I used to like watching Laura, but she ended up being like so many other channels on YouTube, and every fucking time they went live, it was the same thing, the same people being moaned about. I moved on. It wasn't my thing anymore. But at the end of the day, you can name any fucking YouTube creator that we've encountered in our travels on YouTube, or any YouTube creator we've never even fucking heard of, and it's still fucked up. It's still fucked up. Exactly, Aussie Trisha. Well, no, I do sometimes watch people I don't like because, like I explained the other night, some of them make me clean my house incredibly quickly. It's not right to target her children. And it's not right to take that service away from children that need it right now either. This is the thing. Like, some little fuckwit out there's going, oh, this will be fun. I'm going to call CPS. And meanwhile, there's children that are actually getting abused. Some of them are probably at home with both of their parents hospitalised with COVID, desperately needing foster care. And that fuckwit who thought, oh, this will be a bit of fun, is actually affecting a shitload of people, not to mention the woman from CPS who had to go out there. And all the paperwork that they've got to do. The stuff that Ben used to have to, he used to do, like, write almost a thesis. After every fucking appointment that he had to write the most detailed report. That poor woman, not only did she have to go there and she's like, oh, fuck this place again, but then she's also got to go and spend fuck knows how many hours writing a report about it while she could be going out to see someone else. Like, it just fucking sickens me. They don't care. It's a game to them. Yep, Joe Marjo, how you doing? Joe Wilson. Joe Wilson, I'm a bit pissed off because this is Tory angry on the YouTubes. Someone has gone and called CPS on Laura, Life Perplexed, again, third time. And it just, like I was saying earlier in this live, there was a time where I used to keep watching channels to see what was going on and how they were all faring. And then in recent months, as many of you know, I cut the cord with a shitload of them. And it just, this YouTube, corner of YouTube just continues to go lower and lower and lower. And where I'm really irritated is CPS are so understaffed, so underpaid for what they do. Their resources are stretched, and some fuckwit has called CPS on Laura. Her kids, once again, have had to be interviewed. Her son's still recovering from that horrific injury and was probably in bed and comfortable and had to get on his little scooter to be interviewed. So I agree, they're dead set dickheads, Joey. But that's the problem, thingamajig. You know, like, I don't know anything about what you were saying. I don't know whether it's true or not. Hey, Plumey. I don't know whether it's true or not, but at the end of the day, that just sounds like the typical YouTube, something shitty happens to someone and then somebody else comes along with, well, she did this. Like, it justifies the CPS call, and I can't stand that. I also can't stand anyone on YouTube. He started it first. She started it first. That's what you used to say when you were 5. When you're an adult, you go, choose your battles. No, not weighing in on this one, and you move on. But the number of YouTubers that go, oh, she started it first. And don't get me wrong, I'm a fucking lawyer. I'm all for right of reply. But you got to choose when it's worth replying. And some little fuckwit saying something about you on YouTube is rarely worth replying to. Because look what happens. Look what happens. Unfucking believable. Plumey. What's that? Statement. Unfortunately, they keep CPS calls anonymous. Yeah, they do. But interestingly, one thing that I did hear Laura say was it actually had Perplex QT or Life Perplexed on the paperwork. So it's definitely come from YouTube. And she was saying maybe they'll be able to watch some other channels and do some voice recognition. Who knows? But seriously, whoever did that, and if there's a group of people behind it, you all really seriously need to fucking get a life. Doesn't matter who the call was on. I don't give a fuck if there are people in my chat that like Laura or don't like Laura. I know I met a lot of you through Laura's channel. It's irrelevant how you feel about that creator personally. If you're not equally outraged by this or disappointed or fucked off or in absolute fucking bewildered horror again, if pick any YouTube creator you like and imagine it happening to them and how it would make you feel. It's just fucked up. I can't believe it. CPS callers are hypocrites. Call so call for the kids, but at the end of the kids were fine. But because of the call, exactly, the children, the kids, I mean, seriously, one of the CPS calls was the most disgusting thing I've ever heard or seen being done on YouTube, without a doubt. Without a doubt. That second CPS call on her was like, I can't even put words, like, it was fucking reprehensible. But the other thing is too, this whole leave kids out of it, calling CPS and sending someone from CPS to a house where there is no problem is taking away from kids that actually need help, that are being abused right now. So if you want to keep kids out of it and it's all about protecting kids, why don't you protect children on the planet that need people like CPS coming to their fucking rescue? Listen to me, I'm fired up. This is why I'm doing therapy. We'll go around to the surf beach in a minute and throw all of that angst out into the sea. Look at this beautiful rainy day. This place is pretty even when it's pissing down and when it's misty. I love it. MM's doing the right thing. She said, well, the thing is, I mean, like I was saying before, I think she's got the luxury that she doesn't rely on the income she makes on YouTube. I don't blame her for getting off there. I don't think that decision or choice is realistic for Laura, and it's probably not realistic for other people on YouTube from all different sides. Hey, Raven. Some people have nothing better to do than create drama in others' lives because they don't have a life. This is the thing, though. It's not just hurting Laura. It's hurting Laura. It's hurting her children. It's fucking wasting CPS's time. And it's hurting all the kids out there that need CPS. It's hurting shitloads of people. What sort of miserable fuckwit wakes up and decides to do something like that, doesn't think it through? Like, what fuckwit decided, oh, this is a good thing to do? And guaranteed, if anyone in their life has children and CPS are needed and CPS don't get there in time, they're the same people that will non-stop complain about CPS on every social media platform. They'll even take it to the media and whinge about them, even though they have deliberately wasted CPS's time. It's fucked up. I will. Thanks, mate. I'm getting stuff off my chest. Hey, Punish Dad, how you doing, Groover? Exactly, Moonchild Pink. See you, mate. See you, Gregory. It is a beautiful misty view today. Available Ninja, Aviable Ninja. G'day, Groover. People need to leave YouTube on. I agree. So another CPS call, Will. I don't care about the rumours, Beth. I mean, I appreciate you for writing that, but people's information's already out there, and she was talking about moving house. Like, it sounds like it's possible and doable and it's going to happen, but I mean, fuck me dead. That's what it's come to, move house, because it's the only way this is going to stop. Like, oh my God, wake up, people, and go, this is actually really fucked up. I've fucked up. I'm a horrible person, and learn from it and stop doing it. It's mind blowing to me. It's mind blowing to me. Yeah, Joey, I know the foster, but some of these poor little kids in the US that probably do need foster care right now may not be getting it because CPS are fucking attending to YouTubers' homes when they should be doing their jobs. But because some fuckwit off YouTube makes a call, they've got to respond to every call they get. I'm not skeptical about this Plumey because she recorded part of it, and there's definitely a woman from CPS talking about it. There's no doubt that she's not a bloody voiceover artist. There's no way she faked that recording. In fact, it sounds like the same woman who attended on a previous occasion. William Tyrrell, yeah, that's a sad case. Hey, Blue. I love you too, mate. There'd be heaps, Joey. We could probably talk about them for days. I'm just trying to catch up on chat. What about isms? What do you mean, thingamajig? Most creators will not go real life. Yeah, exactly. You love it when I get all worked up, Blue. I'll put that on the screen. Just so if anyone rocks up, they'll be like, oh, Tori's worked up. It is very serene down here. Oh, the serenity. I didn't know you were adopted, Will. Well, your mum and dad scored when they adopted you. Yeah, and look, the thing is, when YouTube creators have been swatted or have had CPS called on them, that's when it's felt like a community because so many people have put their personal opinions to one side to join forces and agree that it's gone too far. Hey, true busy mama, first time joining. Hi there. I'm not always a ranter, but today I am. But that was what made me feel like it was a community, with all of the different factions, was that when somebody had a CPS call or they were swatted or something really reprehensible or fucked up happened to somebody, people would join as a community, put their arms down, like their weapons down, and all agree that that was too far and that it was bullshit. Yeah, welcome to Busy Mama. It is normally a very chill channel. But sometimes we go on to little rants because I've been on YouTube in a few communities for over 3 years now, and I just can't not say something about this. And like I said at the start of this live, I don't give a fuck how you feel about Laura or somebody on the other side. It's irrelevant. This is way too low. It's fucked up, and whoever did it is a piece of shit. Full stop. Beth M, someone's going to get hurt, and that scares me. It scares me too, Beth M. And you know what? I think it's more than like one person that's going to get hurt. I'm scared for all the children that need CPS who are being denied that support and help because some fuckwit on YouTube decided it'd be a good idea to waste CPS's time and resources, which are already stretched, to send them off to see a YouTuber's family and interview the children and put them through that shit again. Yeah, I know that SWAT. What about the SWAT when the gamer that was killed and it was even the wrong person? Like it was the wrong house. Yeah, exactly. Make a YouTube channel, they said. I don't know why I remain optimistic and idealistic and think that YouTube can be this amazing platform. It just blows my mind. And when you do start traveling around to other YouTube communities, it's unbelievable how this shit's gone on in them as well. But also, when this shit happens, anyone that goes, the world has gone mad, no, stop blaming the fucking planet for some fuckwit on YouTube who's called CPS on another person on YouTube. It's not the world going mad, it's that person being a fucking asshole. I can't stand that. The world's gone mad. I can't fight with people. I say something and think about it. Fuck, I even fucking cried on a panel and it's over it. Yeah, it's not worth it. What we all need to remember is this was most likely done by three different people, not a community of people. Three calls, maybe three people, possibly. But the thing is, thingamajig, other people know about it. They have in the past. It's very unlikely that some single solitary person out there has decided to do this all by themselves. They all, you go onto any channel, and that includes Laura's, where they're all having a good old bitch about other people, and you look in the chat and there's hundreds of people all going, yeah, they're fucked. Why would this be any different? Who wants to speak in chat anymore? The second you speak in a chat anywhere, you've got a target on your back because there's some little gang out there somewhere that's on the other side. I'm so sick of all those sides and the other side and fucking hell. Hey, Ruth. The majority of people on YouTube are good people. It's a tiny minority of assholes that cause mayhem. Always the way, isn't it? It's always the way. Human nature at its lowest shows up anonymously. I like that, Joe Marjo. I mean, I don't because it's so true, but that's a great sentence. I just, I just have hope. I live with hope. Yeah, thingamajigs. I make, I'm cleaning the house. I'm going to listen to you while I clean. But the other night I was on my live saying, I put on YouTubers who annoy the crap out of me. It makes me clean really quickly. Oh, look, leaving those creators behind isn't hard or, unsubscribing or whatever, but it doesn't mean that I still don't wonder or hope that one day I'll go onto YouTube and do a little bounce around and see what's going on and be surprised. I still live in hope. I can't completely cut the cord. It's one thing to unsubscribe, but it's another to actually. And there's little clip channels. There's other creators that start talking about stuff. Like I heard about Critical K's channel, freaking being erased from YouTube from listening to someone else. It wasn't that I went looking for her channel. Like you still get the news. I agree. Well, we've all got to have faith. Got to have faith, faith, faith. But honestly, there is a channel made just to bully Natasha, and now they have even made one where they're so cruel to her. It just, yeah, Joe Marjo, I'm with you. I keep a glimmer of hope too. Um, yeah, there's shitloads of channels that have some of them have become monetized purely from slamming another creator. There are people in Natasha's chat that used to bully the fuck out of me, so I'll never chat in her chat. Um, you're a ticked turtle right now. Nice. I don't know what that means, but well done. I used to find her entertaining. When you first mentioned her, I listened to her a few times, but yeah, there's a few too many bad memories in her chat that I don't go anywhere near that. I'm not mentioning names, Joey. Are you serious? I think after 3 years, the target's finally off my back. But there's just some people that I will never engage in a chat with because they will go out of their way to have a crack at me, and I can't be fucked with that. I don't mind listening to her, but I'll never. Well, sometimes I don't like listening to her. It depends who's on her panel too. That's the problem with YouTube, though. Like you find a little place and you're like, woohoo, I'm going to hang out here for a while, and then suddenly people you've managed to avoid for a few years appear, and you're like, oh fuck, you're here now too. Awesome. That's all right though. There's plenty of. I'm watching and listening to so many channels that are far more interesting than where we all met. But I just think that this is not a new low, it's another low, and it's just disappointing. The crafty sector have some really mean asses who need a good slapping or super glue their fingers to their bottoms. Joe Marjo, I don't go to Natasha's. I cringe, so I just don't go. Yeah, I don't get a lot of, I mean, look, I think her personality is pretty endearing, but the problem is she's talking about people there's just as much talking about other creators going on there than there are in other channels. Like I stumbled onto her once when someone was trying to pawn her and she was talking about penises, and that actually cracked me up listening to that. But, if it's a chat about other channels, I want to join the crafty communities. We've got bigger emojis. What are you groovers talking about? Oh, my new neighbour just texted me. Her removalists came yesterday and she just sent me a text saying, I'm nearly in a position to offer you a cup of tea. She's almost in. I'm so excited. And I'm going to meet her little floofs. She's got two. She's got Chop Chop, named after Chopper Reed, and Violet, two cats. They're like Russian blues or something. They're beautiful. You were there for the pains. Yeah, look, don't get me wrong. I used to chuckle and go, this is actually highly entertaining. And then I was hearing her greeting people and had a look at her chat, and I was like, well, there's some swill in there that will make my life hell, so I'm not going to talk. I don't know what you're talking about. Will, on StreamYard, it's all very small text and little emojis, but are there giant emojis, mate? Let's go round to the other beach and throw out our woes into the surf. Yeah, well, I used to be a funny fucker in chats all over YouTube, and now it's like, say something funny and either it gets taken out of context or suddenly a heap of people arrive that you didn't realise were there to have a dig at you, or you get a target on your back just because of where you're seen chatting. But what I was going to suggest when we get down to the surf, everyone in chat, my numbers have dropped off significantly now. I've stopped bitching about the fuckwits of YouTube. Interesting. Had over 20 people at one point. I'd love people to chat. I'd love someone to come into chat and say, no, it's justified, because you won't win that debate with me. I'm telling you right now. But when we go down to the surf and throw our woes out into the oceans, I've been on YouTube for just over 3 years now. I mean, I had a channel before that, but not, I didn't know about this whole going live thing and everything else. I want everyone in the chat. Empaths shouldn't be on YouTube. I swim against the tide, Aussie Trisha, often to my detriment, but I'll give it a crack. Oh shit, I've got to work out what gym class I want to go to this afternoon. I wonder if boxing's on. I feel like punching a punching bag. So in just over 3 years since I've been there, I want everyone to think about something about themselves that they have improved on as a human being in the last 3 years. Like, how have you evolved, my loyal chatters, the lovely people in my chat? Have a think about something about you that you've learned. Oh man, there's a hot donut fan. Oh my God, I love me a hot donut. I'm not getting any, but I do love them. I like the little, just the traditional little cinnamon donut. You can't beat it, especially on a cold day like today. But let's have a think, right? How have we all evolved in the last 3 years? How have we improved as human beings? What personality trait have we suppressed a little? What activity, action have we questioned and gone, that didn't go well for me. I'm going to learn from this and not do it again. Joe Wilson, I've realised there's also someone with feelings on the other. Exactly. I'll read chat when I pull up Groovers. I can't read it right now. Hello, the cat. I did read that. Talk your shit out. Huh? All right, I'll wait till I get down there. Chat started flying again. You've learned not to trust. You just became Will's helping people more. Yeah, see, I learned in the last 3 years that I had a very large circle of people in my life that I thought were very important to my life. And over the last couple of years and some of the things that I've been through, I learned that a lot of those people in my circle who I cared about and gave a fuck about were not in my circle for the right reasons. And I learned to identify who in my circle matters, and they're the ones that get all my energy now. And the same applies in YouTube land. I spread myself very thin. I bounced all over the place. I took a lot of different creators. I built relationships with a lot of different people in chats. And then when I started going live on a fairly regular basis, I realised I had this amazing little community, and that's my YouTube circle. And I don't even mind if somebody comes into my circle who challenges my way of thinking or questions something that I'm doing. Personal growth is why we are basically on this planet, if we want to evolve as human beings. But now let's think about the people we've been witnessing in the last 3 years that are so fucking low that they would go so far as to call CPS on somebody else, or who just go live day after day after day after day to rip somebody to shreds. Where's their fucking evolution? Where's their personal growth? What have they learned? It's like they get off on the chaos they create and the chaos that they witness other people creating, and the pain that they inflict on people excites them. How fucked up is that? And is that how they carry themselves in their real lives? Like, is that truly what brings them joy every day in their real lives? Is seeing other people, enjoying seeing other people or themselves inflicting hurt on other people? I'm getting things off my chest, my boobies. Now, I wanted to go back and read a bit of the chit chat. Hang on a sec. Oh, no, what have I done? I've made the screen even smaller. Smash some dishes. Peace and love. Exactly. All right. I think I'm back where I was. But yeah, Joe, your comment that there's also someone with feelings on the other end of the internet. Exactly. But a lot of people don't seem to give a fuck about other people's feelings, do they? Thingamajigs, having a break. Pack the vacuum away. Must say you're definitely on a rant, but it's a good rant with lots of facts. I'm getting it off my chest. We're down here now. We're going to throw it out. There is a rainbow, but I don't know if you guys will be able to see it because you get the panoramic view. But pretty much at like 1 o'clock, there's an island right out in front, and there's a little rainbow behind it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but it's pretty cute. It's like the little stumpy arse end of a rainbow. Ruth Walton could eat a cinnamon swirl or two right now. I'm so tempted to go back to that hot donut van when I log off. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Fuck it. And then I'll go to the gym this afternoon. Hello, the cat. I don't email, message, or Facebook anyone on YouTube. No offense, but I only add people I've met in real life. Yeah, and that's the thing, like I think YouTube, if YouTube hasn't taught you to keep your information close to your fucking chest. But the thing is, in America, you can get a shitload more information about people than you can in Australia. It's unbelievable. I mean, the fact that you can get mugshots and, when you get the mugshot, do you get everyone's full name, date of birth, address, everything else as well? What's going on here? I've shrunken my screen, guys. Maybe they're here to teach us what not to put up with. Possibly. Life is short, the cat. Absolutely. I'm definitely over this community. Which community? Not mine. There's no toxic people in my cesspool. Yummy donuts. Your favorite cake is donuts. I agree. The cat, yeah, some of the shit we've seen. Oh my God. And that's why it's hard to turn away and ignore it because, I mean, some of the shit's been fucking gold too. I used to love it. I mean, how good in the olden days of the YouTubes was it when someone was an absolute like train wreck? It was. Do you know what? That donut van is parked directly opposite the gym. How mean is that? The gym owners are probably sitting in there with their binoculars going, "Oh my God, there's Tori. She's buying donuts." All right, they'll whip my asses anyway when I go in there tonight. um, I'd never think of searching anyone either, Aussie Trisha, ever. My mate I went to school with has a US mugshot. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Orange jumpsuit. Oh, he's no longer with us. But go get those. Oh, Tree Busy Mum, I hope you've subscribed. You belong here. You're our kind of people. You're already acting like my community are with me. Bless you, dolls. Yes, the storm is coming towards us too. You can see over the sort of 12 o'clock ish that cloud and all the grey below, like it's full on rain. I'm just watching it. I want it to come to me though. My tank's still, I cannot believe how much rain we've had and my tank still isn't full. I hardly chat as it can get misunderstood. You end up with someone giving you the finger. I often wonder, is this really worth it? Thingamajig, I've thought that many times. But you know what? I think it is if I'm a big believer in if you smile at a stranger, it might just make them smile at the next stranger and then that stranger and the smile can go around the world in a day. I've got that kind of idealistic outlook on life. And it's really hard to not have that even on YouTube, despite all of the skullduggery and shittery and fuckery that goes on in this joint. I still have some stupid, optimistic, idealistic, call it whatever you want, probably even fatalistic view that goodness will prevail. But I also feel responsible. Yeah, we are eternal optimists, bless us. I also feel responsible as someone who has been a participant in these communities to speak up and talk about it when things go on that need to be addressed, because so many people are too scared to speak up. And there's nothing I've said in this live that I wouldn't say to any of them direct. Ozzy! Hey, gorgeous. What do you know? Well, I'm venting. I'm ranting. And when this rant's over, I'm throwing all my woes out into that ocean, and the waves can carry it out to sea and send it over to New Zealand. No, send it down to Antarctica or it'll freeze. And then I'm going to go and buy some hot donuts as a reward. You never know who you might help with what you say on YouTube. Thank you, Tawny T. I mean, I'm not just taking that as a comment for me. I think that applies to everyone. I think it's worth saying something. I can't sit back and say nothing. And I'm at a point where I'm not scared to do this on this platform. At the end of the day, you think the storm is peaceful? I love a storm. Sunny doesn't. Ruth, I miss my friend Elaine. We would walk into a room with huge grins on our faces and saying hello to everyone individually. I'm sure they thought we were on something. Yeah, I'm pissed off, Ozzy, because Laura's had a third CPS call, life perplexed. And irrespective of all the shitty things she said in the 3 and a bit years that I've been on YouTube, nobody deserves that. And whoever fucking did it is a fuckwit. Okay, I've got to say this, but oh, Joey, the suspenders, it is okay to vent. Yeah, we had a lovely live the other night with Ozzy. That was so much fun. Look, the thing is, the cat, if they've got too much time on their hands, why can't they fucking take up a hobby? Like, I mean, oh, why did you call CPS? Can we see this in court? Why did you call CPS? Oh, because I was bored. Are you fucking kidding me? How funny that the latest book is just crap. Sorry, but he does need off YouTube. Yeah, I'm not even. He's the least of my worries right now. I'm hoping that if Critical K's channel's gone because of the Ruchek's new lawyer in the UK, yeah, more CPS fuckery. I like the educational YouTube channels and my Facebook community. I've started posting some fun things in there, and I've been hanging out in there. And yesterday or the day before, I started a thread where we were all posting gifs of people dancing. And if you put music on full bore and just scroll down looking at all of these different dancing gifs, it's fucking hilarious. And I mean, it's something as simple as that makes people laugh. You're not sure if you like the storms, Will? I want the storms over my way. Hi, Lee RT. It's awful. No one deserves that. Yeah, people going real life is unacceptable. And look, people say the shittiest things on YouTube, Laura included. They're words, though. They're words. But to actually waste CPS's time, put her kids through a third CPS visit, put that poor person from CPS on her doorstep when she could be out helping children that actually need it. I'm not saying words don't hurt, Will the Rocker, but I am saying, you know, go back to basics when we're kids. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Like, adults can disempower words as well. But if what somebody says to you, somebody you don't like, and it's a person on YouTube you're never going to meet, and they say something about you, how are you so invested in that that you would pick up the phone and call CPS on that person? There's something incredibly wrong with the person who rang CPS. Karma is a bitch. I believe in karma. Although some people's karma is moving at the speed of snail. I've been waiting for somebody's karma to fucking bite them on the ass for years, and they just keep coming up with their noses clean, and everyone's like, oh, they're wonderful. And it's like, where's your karma? It's got to get you at some point. Hi, Francesca. You put it out there. Don't know who rang, but Laura's had another CPS call. And I'm beyond being polite, and I don't give a flying fuck how anyone feels about Laura. If there's anyone out there that thinks it's warranted and they're going, yeah, that was awesome, you're a fuckwit. Picture any of your favourite YouTube creators and imagine it happening to them and what you'd be saying, and you should be saying exactly the same thing that had happened to Laura. And if you're not, you're a fuckhead. Yeah, again, Francesca, unbelievable. Unfucking believable. And it's just got to a point where it's like, this isn't about who you like or don't like on YouTube. If this had happened to, and I'm not going to name this person, but there's someone on YouTube who just grinds my gears. If it happened to them, I would be saying the same thing. I know you were a storm chaser. Well, we need to get you a boat. You can get out there and follow this one. So it's a cell cloud. It looks like it's going to bypass my house. I have no clue why Laura gets attacked more than other creators. Well, the thing is, I mean, Laura's said some shitty shit, but she's always had a pack after her. And the packs change, like she's had people that were after her, then they were friends with her, or people that started out friends with her that are now in a pack that's after her. One of the things that I initially liked about her, and like I said, there's creators on YouTube that I've enjoyed listening to or watching, not because I would necessarily hang out with people like that in my real life, but one of the things that I respect her for is that she's pretty much soldiered on her own against mobs going after her and all these channels going live and bitching about her. Like, I actually liked her strength. I was like, fuck, that would have broken me. There's only so much of that I'd be able to handle. I'd just switch off YouTube. But she's soldiered on, and she's certainly not innocent, but she doesn't deserve CPS called on her once or twice or now 3 times. I have a family Facebook group where I post word puzzles, emoji puzzles, funny memes, family updates. Yeah, that sort of stuff's great. I'm in a group called Pets of Isolation that started last year in Tassie, and it's now international, and people posting photos of their pets in isolation because, let's be honest, our pets are no different when we're in isolation or not, but it's pretty gorgeous. Lots of love in that group too. So feel free to join it, everyone. Pets of Isolation. Sunny's not as big a star in there as Biscuit was, but I'm not posting pictures of Sunny in there every day. We would have a blast at any pub. Any pub. Let's go, Groovers. I just hope that there is somebody in the circle of people who know about this CPS call who has some sort of goodness in their heart or some sort of sense of empathy or some morals or some ethics, who calls out everyone else and says this is actually really fucked up. I really do. It is disgraceful, Ozzy, and I'm just hoping that there's somebody who knows who made that call, who has the balls to say, no, I can't stand Laura, but that's fucked up. Because back in the day, when CPS was called on Laura, when Makeup Mobster was swatted, when Mandy Bell was swatted, the community came together as one and said, no, this is fucked up. And that's what made me feel like I was part of a community, because nobody loves everyone in their communities. I love 99.9% of mine because that's just the way I am. But realistically, it felt like we were a community, even when there were feuding sides and people in the middle of some sort of drama with each other. As a community, everyone took a stand and said, no, this is too far. But now it feels like there's little cheer squads going, because it's bugged me for months that someone will be on a panel saying something and there are other people on the panel with them and in the chat that know what they're saying isn't true, and they don't correct them. They don't call them out. And it feels to me now that, yeah, as much as I would love to think that, I'm glad you guys are watching the storm. It's pretty awesome, huh? Um, I'd love to think that there's somebody in that group that's got a conscience that will say, actually, no, this is fucked up. Because God forbid anyone called CPS on one of them, they'd all be live, you'd never hear the end of it. And I don't know who the fuck them are. I've got no idea. I don't know who's behind it. But I doubt it's some random single person that just went, oh, I'm a bit bored today. I've got nothing to do. I'm just going to call CPS on a random YouTuber. I doubt that that's what happened. People talk, people confide, people know. There are, yeah, I agree, Lee. The reality is there are many people who lack empathy. And that's the thing, Francesca, like, it doesn't matter. Um, it doesn't matter whether people like Laura or not. What matters is how you feel about someone calling CPS on her. And if you don't think it's fucked up, then you really need help. Sure, it's probably hurt Laura, but think about her kids. Think about that woman from CPS and think about children that were genuinely needing CPS when the call was made that may not have got help because some fuckwit decided to send CPS to a home where CPS are not required. And meanwhile, there's possibly a child out there that was desperately needing CPS's intervention and it hasn't happened. So, yeah, it doesn't matter how you feel about Laura. It doesn't matter how you feel about any YouTuber at all. It's how you feel about someone calling CPS on them. That's what matters. And if anyone thinks it's okay, but then would say, but it wouldn't be okay if it was someone I like on YouTube, then you're fucked up. Exactly, Francesca. And she also does rely on the money she makes on YouTube. It's part of the way she pays her bills. So she doesn't have the luxury of some other YouTubers who can just switch off. She's got to make massive decisions. I mean, it sounds like she's potentially moving house. So this will stop. If that happened to someone here at the moment, we've got a massive housing crisis. If somebody had to move house because someone kept calling CPS on them, they could be potentially moving to the streets. That's the reality of here right now. Those three kids have fuck all to do with YouTube. Exactly. And then people go, oh, but she talks about them, or you can hear them in the back. Well, that's what vlogging is. It's sharing your home life. Your kids are part of your home. It doesn't entitle anyone to target her children, though. And like I said, God forbid anyone did it to someone they liked on YouTube, they'd be ranting about it just like I am. But the problem is we all should be ranting about this. It doesn't matter who the creator is. Nobody in those sort of sparring channels has a clean rap sheet and has never said anything fucked up. Not one of them. But it doesn't mean they deserve this shit. And it's like, again, it's not about how you feel about the creator. It's how you feel about somebody calling CPS on someone. Full stop. The problem is most people, from what I can tell on YouTube, it's all about how they feel about the creator that matters. No, it's in this instance, it's irrelevant. Insert whatever name you want in the sentence. CPS was called on. Insert the name of a creator you do like. Do you feel differently about CPS being called on someone you like? You shouldn't. You should feel the same way about anyone on YouTube having CPS called on them, whether you like them or not. CPS took 2 of my grandkids off their mum, and I had them till my son could. That was 8 years ago. He still had. Oh, that's good. That's great, Aussie Trisha. They do amazing things. Kids are off limits. The worst is the callers get away. I know, Lee, it's disgusting. I don't know what you said, Joey, but you do what you got to do, kiddo. Sorry, I'm getting so. No, you can look at the storm, Will. There's a bit of everything going on. The storm's just completely swallowing up the sky. It's cool. Yeah, there's a few droplets on my windscreen. Not enough to top up my tank just yet, but you never know. You never know. So anyway, I think I've covered my rant enough. I think I've said all I need to say. I'll repeat what I said about my ex, Ben, who works for CPS. And then we'll throw this all out into I don't know, we probably won't. I'm sure I'll go live about this or something else that's happened on YouTube again fairly soon, because it's the gift that keeps on giving, right? I spent over 4 years with a guy who works for CPS who was ridiculously educated and had spent a lot of years at university getting a lot of different degrees to do the job that he did. He got paid fuck all, despite his ridiculous list of qualifications. He worked in a constant stressful environment because of how little funding they had, how limited staff they had for the needs of the communities that they worked in. And every day he heard and saw the most horrible things happening to kids. And every day they worked their asses off to try to make those kids' lives better and give them the support that they were entitled to under our system. They have counsellors and psychologists they have a lot of resources to rely on just to be able to do the job. Occasionally, when the job gets overbearing, they get seconded out to like a university, or, they might be a counsellor for some international students, or they might be on the like on a board or something. Like, they actually second their staff out to give them a mental health reprieve from the work that they do. Exactly, Francesca. It's a horror job. You see too much horror. But they had so much stuff in place to help their staff, counselling, psychologists, and secondments into roles that were not emotionally draining. And Ben would get up every day and go off to work and see and hear the most horrific things and bust his ass along with all of his colleagues to try and give kids the lives they're entitled to. And it didn't break him. Day after day, he'd get up and go to work. Do you know what would have broken him, though? Some fuckwit calling him out to a house where the kids were not in any danger of being abused or neglected. But in the meantime, 2 blocks away, a child loses its life because it is being abused and neglected. That's what would have broken Ben. That's what would have broken him. That's probably what would have made him stop doing the job. He put up with so much, but a child being abused or killed because he was at some other house attending to a bullshit report, he'd never get over that. So to the person who called CPS on Laura, fuck you. Stay groovy, everyone. I won't end it just yet. I was so tempted to just end it. But seriously, fuck you, whoever did that. And whoever thinks it's okay because they don't like Laura, fuck you too. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for those of you who came in. I bought a packet of cigarettes on the way home. That's how pissed off I was about this. I've been happily vaping, and I was like, no, this warrants a cigarette or 3. And I've got to say, I'm enjoying them. Good rant. Thanks, Lee. What do you give it out of 10? Thingamajig, there's no empathy for certain creators. It depends on who you like. It's absolutely heartbreaking what it's not. It is. And do you know what? Anyone that goes live on YouTube or puts up original content or participates in a chat or mods for a channel or is a subscriber to a channel, good on you all for getting out on that platform and having a crack. It's unfortunate that there is swill amongst us. It's unfortunate that there are people in every part of our lives, whether they're on social media or whether they're in the flesh. It's unfortunate that this planet's got some just fucking shitty people on it. But for all of you persisting and living in hope and having faith that there is still goodness out there, good on you. Good on you. Just be decent. Be kind to each other. It's not that fucking hard. Ten out of 10. Thanks, Francesca. If you don't like some, well, exactly, there are. There's so many other channels. What a miserable, shitty life some people have got on YouTube, that it's the core of their existence, that all they think about is going live to sling mud. And like I said, there's so many people we know about on YouTube that don't have perfect records. Some people have said some shitty shit, but they've said shitty shit. It's the people that are doing shitty shit that are the fuckwits. You fucking fuckers. Fuck all of you. And anyone out there who knows the CPS caller who isn't speaking out about it, or at least telling that person they're fucked up, you're fucked up too. Night, Will. Love you, mate. Oh, it's draining. I still have hope, though, Aussie Trisha. I will still do a little run around and see if things have changed, if there's peace, love, happiness, and rainbows. When I wake up in the morning on YouTube, I'm the eternal optimist and I'm the eternally disappointed. I can't let go. I do actually give a fuck. I do care. I do want to see personal growth. But I'll end with what I've said a few times in this live. This isn't about who you love on YouTube or who you hate on YouTube. And the fact that anyone hates anyone on YouTube is something I can't get my head around. There's a rainbow in the cloud. It's such a long way away for you guys, but straight ahead, 12 o'clock, maybe 2 minutes to 12, there's a little rainbow in a bit of cloud. Oh my God, it's beautiful. It's like this ball of rainbow. I don't want to log off just yet in case it breaks through into that blue sky. Is that the sign of hope we've all been looking for? But yeah, this isn't about who you love or who you don't like or who you hate. If you can't see it, someone just take a screenshot and then zoom in on it. It's there, I promise you. It's a ball of rainbow in the cloud. Where the cloud's lighter than the other bits, that's where it is, the bottom bit. It's like a sun, but rainbow coloured. You think you can almost see it. I promise you it's there. I'll end the live and I'll get a photo of it. That is the rainbow of hope, the rain ball of hope. Yeah, well, we'll do lots of laughing, Aussie Trisha. Don't you worry about that. I'm going to start doing some reaction videos to funny shit, not shit. We have the rain ball of hope. But the takeaway today is it's not how you feel about the creator who had CPS called on them. It's how you feel about anyone having CPS called on them when it's not warranted. Helen Vinegar at 15 looks like snow to me. It's not. It's snot. It's not snot. It's not snow. I will gladly welcome you, Aussie Trisha. So get out there, guys. Find some things that make you laugh. Share the love. Call someone that you love in lockdown. I've got 2 friends in Melbourne I'm going to call tonight. And we're all good folks in this community. But enough already. YouTube, you're drunk. No, you're not. I'm not blaming YouTube. I'm blaming some people on YouTube who really need a fucking hard kick up the clucker. I'm going to take myself to the gym and I'm going to beat the shit out of a punching bag. No, I'm not. I'm good. I've thrown my woes out. I've got to end this on a happy note. And the happy note is there's warm donuts less than a kilometre from where I sit, and I'm off to get a bag of them. Maybe we need a cat. Joey Wilson, you're obsessed with things down there. About self-care down there. Look, whatever it takes, actually. Fuck it. Anything's better than what's going on, right? Anything. Oh, my God, the rainbow ball is growing. Hello, Mum. I don't like your name. You really need to change that. I'm definitely not your mum with a name like that. What is that, based? Are you trying to be edgy? Didn't Mel time you out last time you popped in? I did want to end it on a good note. So the good note is donuts are getting in my car in a few minutes and I'm going to eat the whole bag. Well, he's got to change it because it's bad, dude. That's not a name to be proud of. Just trying to be me like you raised me. I'm child-free for a reason, Groover. But on that note, I am going to go and get some donuts. I'll get a photo of this rainbow too, so you'll all know. It's irony, bro. Come on. Yeah, but it's a name that really, no. It's a word that, no. I just had a really good rant. I just threw things out into the ocean and they're drifting away, and you rock up with that name, and I'm like, dirty. So, yeah. Hi, Sunnyside. I'm just about to end this little rantilla. Peace out. Exactly, Lee. I will enjoy my donuts. I hope everyone enjoys their day or their evening, wherever you are. Spread some love. Call someone who's in lockdown who will feel so much better hearing your happy voice. Sing them a song badly, put on some music, have a little dance, but speak out too. Call people out on their shit. Life's short. You have a lovely evening too. I'm not even going to say your name. Stay safe and don't get scammed. Exactly. And one final word, stay groovy, everyone. Donuts.